papa meda pepra Wilson ase and then or no in fact chinchim cameras no heady amame and then one funny one camera and then chinchim cameras no ede amame Nana Kwame ewo MCR Nana Kwame so medana se papa enti team no me do bu gina ase ede awie wa wagibre so a wo hwe dwumade na awie asedan koma yame enchira papa dem yameka akasamfoni edos ewo yeman mu ha ba se empo wagibre se na awie wo betie ahwe to Ghana ewo wontumi TV so no medawase papa yame enchira yatna se ya no me kai wo se dwumade no etwagu ewo eye Facebook ene awie wo be ko Facebook a eye wontumi 101.3 FM ewo Facebook account dodo inti ene ubeko Facebook a besro uko Facebook a no wabo wontumi 101.3 fa FM no eka ho na ebie edi amount ubenya bibia live ewo Facebook inti shadows so sa mame ubeko YouTube a besro YouTube eye wontumi TV live ewo YouTube wontumi TV live ewo YouTube and also oboya na edo ekohodomo straight wontumi TV live ewo YouTube and also ubetumi akodom na we follow jumedie no ayeye no hadom ene awie well and jumedie no so no enche. You know, it's a Tuesday afternoon. Lawyer Evans Osei Bonsu. My guest on the show this afternoon, Lawyer Evans Osei Bonsu, a private legal practitioner. And there, actually, as we always do on Tuesdays. And your uncle, Honorable Andrews Bediako, Honorable Andy Bediako, a former MCE, ewo German South municipality no emu inti ene Honorable Andrews Bediako and so ewo jumedie so a chese ye ba beto ato adwene ensempi na wo hodo ba ene ye beka ho asem inti yentiatia so 10 because just about 14 or barely 15 months in office, the NDC is fast losing it. The NDC is fast losing it. Na everyone say, omu descend sa NDC, omu lose bibia fast. Na omu no mu nyahui, obi to say your regional minister, a man can for na just a man, yeah, young man, oh yes, as it was in the beginning. Sa the beko the wie oh sa and the beko na si say no dear me say a early days near maybe wo honoma a early days the children obi abe hu the smoothness level Honorable Kennedy akobrek wager for ya na Mr. Dinsem bi oka eyebede obi abeje the blood fu obi abeje the blood fu enti onkoso ana ma no nkanfo no amwakahine doctor mwakahine na ye she power ukura tumia oh emu odeye na when you lose it yakobisa President Mahama on si ebra okot nef ye no enka Christmas wo hwe nkofo ede hampers e kodifie ede sane anopa nkofo atwa de ho ahia no. The whole President Mahama lose power in 2016. Adebachi osi otu na ni benkum ni fakura na the fear why di sa de wiasete etiene Dr. Frank Amuakohene omani trimunya ne de he should go about parading himself said the other net or Machro, the youngest Ashanti regional minister. It's here also where we own. The youngest Ashanti regional minister. You should make an impact. You should make an impact. And they, Niaba, na just what na TikTok will say, and when you're 8,000 views, it's your most man or you're popular. Ha! And then number 4 Bamumpa, number who's Obia Kucha, or then who appear there. And so at the Abataho, or no anacola. And I'm saying, she said, baby, a Kwaku, Yako so low to this extent. Ama just over 8,000 views. Ekucho did who dear Abataho. And I'm saying, Yansa, on Yansa hui. Members of a candy, Encola, Akola now, dear. The radio and that's a public space, no. Controversy sells. Yes, controversy sells. It's Ubeko TikTok, Ubeko Facebook, Ubeko YouTube. We have all kinds of personalities. Now, Ubia or views I can see biano. Not just all Kenyans and Seb Ewokunuma. Sabe, man be by na on the yere. Omo beji dis na Sabe imprediasa or the a fees toilet. And then year diane who croniba. Now on the power imagine so say TikTok on near yina o views or Samoba Kaya or then a year. Sabu diane beat the near my friend from Moma Basabi. I know views. On those who say one of us in Yanisika edidi. So the fact that we views no doesn't make you sensible. I don't know wisdom. It's your uncle Swana and don't actually mebaho. Oh, mebaho and under the actually no measure that mabaho. The a day Kolebu Teaching Hospital overcrowding abaho. Ma a name and Ramikan some way. Dr. Frank Amuakohene. And then what he did way back in 2024 under the NPP or say surprise visit, elevators are saying ranking our health committee. So it's your no surprise visit or do they name how to make it right into your kokolebu. Now what could right wrongs no ewo kolebu no. And then the same health minister, then you're a minister. Adia say under the watch. And now who pay surprise visit no. And then no dear. A year Kwabena Minta Akando, honorable. One call surprise visit. Then saw the wine, administrators no new mushisha who said you na viral video beto ho. Then call for a goof from the year momo ayare she sayare sansu. A bit of plastic chairs. Now and then no dear. Or Kohodoma hospital administrators I hodom kama. Atunsa Fred Dr. Minta Aka or Mr. Doctor. Honorable Minta Akando. Sa omra. No fun any emeshe. Na about the sada NDC for one bloggers. Sani amwako hene. Eswa bloggers egu ka van bako. No budina chino. Kabna Minta Akando efa cameras edina chi. Wakoko lebu okoshe. Sana ya settings. Ya the white bed sheet asempaso. Eyi yomu egu form di jina every ho. Eni ya ye bibia kama. Okoye ni yesi enie. Adiya na huo video mune enie o. Don soko jina honom share ye. Na sa adiya no say viral video do shidi. Shidi kutraye. Iti kolebu niyama koso kama pa. Eno I want say doctors na expose no. Doctors no are exposed no. Send your mube ye including normal administrators, air settings. Dig na air settings. Same thing. And then, but who's a news item? A month for go through the same thing. I was sentimental. And then, Ubeshe, say, a year come for a teaching hospital. Who say a vias in the nipa dorsal come for a teaching hospital, and then a dumb egg ho Now, in the wisdom of President Akufo-Addo, in the wisdom of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, you see agenda 111 hospitals. Sewa Hospital, just say Commissioner Echo so. Usha agenda 111 hospitals. Ya bi Nkansah. NDC aba betina ko yano so empeso obede obode be hwekra. And then me who send call for grant interview na Sewa Hospital enka ade ya wie enka be easier yini bi na hwan na omo kasa. But abai no de onhwe. Doctor Mwako hene enhwe. TikTok de here no kokaisi na de hwan dey use TikTok. You use it for the right then ye nkofo gu oduma omu esu. Everybody a catch us konfo anoche. Project a professor friends and know adai. E sha ase. He konfo anoche ne sa project omu sha ase nyina no. And then this buy omu to aso. Omu to aso ana. Eno no de ehia Dr. Frank Abuakwene. Na omo beye comparison ono buy na Simon no say bensa buy. That's our time makofa capitation why aba be so ye ko wa grant interview several times or buy no two one more e concline say sa de no quickly e say free so e was sentiment wa mo akohin no buy dan why galamsey na wutu and then the Nkansah we enabler kokot ene wutu galamsey ni bi galamsey wutu ebia o site dey go wuji hu sika now the kokot eye dan na be catch na say da bia be ka wandal yebu a eye dan na also dey no kokot no want to be amfana kokot to be because oko police station niam okoka o police station ho no na afi ehu atoso dey hu abo it wandal yebu a be catch na say dey no kokot so we kogu hu fi aden wan kokot aden na mo akohene wan fana kokot because of call police station or the mostako kind crowd who's a branch here no ogro ne ho asem kese pa de beto da bia be kasa asem we so sa settings de ne man won ye fan to baby see say go for the go hospital like form and omugu beds edi ho under this current administration a mo kire say omo ne nim bibia wow. And abejafo atena se ye kakra ye beko ye nsem de enyina eso na ene soul source ye Suleiman Brahima efreno ye factory soul source factory isia obia be hu ye Emilia Hard Castle se be ye Prado bi ne ye ma bi ono so ato e wo petroleum commission ho and they jayo he say no the randiabe or bano jigum Prado Emilia Hard Castle what kind of only one put a cocoon or parliament we another play and they no so Prado V8 jai omu jigum sa I said yeah tomatoes gum na ye governs Kwame Agbuja ye baby free power 2024 shade no mo chira branch bi dwafie so obo na one majority and your back obey the hufi and the adwuma asha wonsa the obo condemn ye way back in opposition and then obo ye times 10 na ebre bit me and the minority no aye press conference na press conference omo ye no omo akasa e dia fa ye so source no ho na nsem obo di tu dwa no I wouldn't want to go so much into it now, maybe for the emblem. But briefly, contract no me say and cardiano and ponwaya esenko advertising. Na emma benchmark for a year a kwanya empo ye ne sika ya na edaso. Say bibi to say bitumen surface road 1 kilometer. Omo chrese omo nim say benchmark no it cost between $400,000 to $650,000. A surface dressing roads. I don't know. It cost between $600,000 to $800,000. Single carriage asphaltic overlays between $1.2 billion to $1.8 million per kilometer. A trouble say, omo publishers had yedi gidana. Now omo no etubi edi atutu. Say inflation be abema and also more inflated contracts na omono etumi ehu ye ka soul sourcing yes soul sourcing wo ho restrictive tendering ewo ho and open tendering so ewo ho no but abai way by wo Ministry of Roads and Highways yes within 7 months 7 months sole sourcing contracts in Kwano 73 billion cedis a whopping 73 billion cedis within 7 months. I don't know, friends and families or share nadamfo ebusuafo and your more ban one and ye kukuluni atwaba jiwe and then NDC air catch there and say adiano about akwakoye emergency no akwakoye emergency and aba enti ese omo eye ne sa no omo ka se ye corner mo ye no open tendering na just say as economic yi na be delay ha then no MPP dia no de na chese eno no de na bibia sa edi ho ena na mun na mudi bi yansa and then mo be ka kire aba be explain e na me kwame agboja e wo brashe bi dwafie ha jai kasa emwa kasa no pa jai na nsam na wo ka no ye mpekra na yetie why you sole source na na say when you sole source also 44% pen why sole source no e 44%. Ghana for more than 44% of what? Sole sourcing major 44%. That is why. But enrado mo manifesto creation somebody mo ba sa de no kra de mo nko NDC manifesto creation ene mo be chire mo na MPP de no ni nchire mu MPP de no ntumi nchire de nsemu and that's no chire mu na mo mpesa bu betie enti and then we can go on and on and on but make a cra make no mpanifo ewa ha memmo akwaba na yewura ensama room ti ye beka no na yaka eye hospital de no me hu se eye enne wo hwe news portals na Ibrahim Mahama and they mind almost every newspaper be na no pay na no so ehun ensem ewum re-registration of SIM cards NDC for mumpa de hey the mokai be a reverse Sam George also ye re-registration of SIM cards and the na aba ene osrade ye ekwa akire dai no pese ohu dai na ekoso ewo hono enti ene all this and more ye bedi ho enkomo mafidie no enna ha se ya member lawyer akwaba na member honorable Andy Bedi Akonso akwaba omo atnase
yo market ya joso na ya chia watiefo no wahwefo
obugina eje woso
na so ya beba bansem no
obugina eje woso honorable
ofake
da
yetim baby yetima o yanko
yes ye o
amanfo se nti amanfo ka se ya na ye wom sa nti ye bechia otiefo ne wona ehwe nyina
etiefo
ye tinya nti ye nyanyu acheso a ebe yi nso baby aye we de minim se we yi de ekwe a obi ehun se o man no de nkofo ka che enye no mode ye adwuma no I hope say Ghana for ehwe na Ghana for nimde eko nti obi anka na koma ntune yam mo obi ankodi voodoo post bi achi post wa mo divert attention ya na mo visa omo ye smart sin obi a omo se aban no ne ho akire no pe na omo akoto ade abetum na attention na ko wonim se wonua mo nsentwerofo ezure bi wo eno ana on se 78 million no ba ko na asan ya na ye de ni wa na aba ha nti omunyanya sana na wo be mu se obia koko asem se on se so omo ato atwe na yakofa musa dankwa post or the divert attention keke na wo ya no de be jo se Ashanti region de MPP na gukura na wona ma na obi so se na hefa na ya no mo nante omo hu sa ade no mo de research
na ye musa dankwa de tumi be ka kire se ofori kro ma NDC be wi ni wo ho ma MPP alusu
na se wonim se koko ya tisu yo ye research o se ekuafo na ya ti omo koko so omo ni age oron kwa de TV post o say akuafo na oron na oje 3600 no ya na ya man haircut a wa back 2500 na ni age he say o say dodo no anu ye akrachefo o akụ school nti omu nim ade papa na akuafo no say value chain no nya koko akuafo no kwa na ade na affect omu the laborers na wo fom wo ye adwuma no omo ade no kra affect omo more than the cocoa farmers no omo cocoa dey omo dia se keke wonim se cocoa no se kuani ni o de ma wo a wo ye pani no a wo hweso no wote a ye chemu miensa ndi ye chemu miensa kuani no de 1 e na wo libra no so de 1 ndi se ye 3 bags a kuani no befa 2 na wo libra no wa for 1 enti se no kuani no 2 no ne nsankan e na libra no so 1 no ne nsankan wo si sa libra no ne kuafo nyina mu nyina ani age Musa Danko.
Hey, concept man.
What did that pay attention? Na de baba jama de ye no ayawa so east we huna na. O sa TV na ba ye fe baba jama.
Ayo.
Sa TV no. The mo de we so chair. That TV 32 inches.
Is that TV your friend there baba jama?
Baba jama TV.
Say
ya to the day.
Baba jama say no o de kire Musa Danko say o so kura usha.
TV, I suppose.
Lawyer. Senior Kakoko, the made them call Sasso sourcing no one straight up because I'm ready ho and I have discussions be brave. Yana mi bisase keke inside months I'm trophone. Motomobu sasa na dia krani so sourcing. And a dear crans on a single sourcing. Because so sourcing is different from single sourcing. And also na
so sourcing be single sourcing because minimum of restrictive a year minimum say maybe about of a year open
competitive yeah also was single sourcing and so but it is different from so sourcing but one say a procurement many expect procurement but the common layman's point of view how beka e de be ma no bon say so sourcing no is a procurement method used when only one supplier can provide a unique product, patented item or specialized service, making competition impossible. It will say any pabako any so sourcing, yeah, single sourcing no. Yeah, single sourcing. Conversely, single sourcing is a strategic decision to buy from only one supplier, even though other potential vendors exist. Mami repeat it. Conversely, opposite side. Single sourcing is a strategic decision to buy from only one supplier, even though other potential vendors exist.
All right. It's in our case, no. A sole sourcing. And you send this for defense. Akwa restrictive.
Yes, tendering.
I don't know.
Yes,
it's single sourcing. No, dear.
It is the question I was so bizarre when I say I didn't cry no more so sourcing and no didn't no more because I a quine a we are and any pabako petes to say coffee job unquani equine on question. I may be sano say hospital best now auto at the hospital various hospitals say maybe I would they call Confanoche or they call Lebu and I will supply logistics at the Amaoma and any pabako penny benyas our product in the Amawo. It when you are dealing with sole sourcing, it means that anybody providing unique services, unique products, patented. I will say item no kwani will be, and no answer wakosa sole sourcing. That person no kwani bit me provide this product and I say that commodity ne the amount. And reason being tina ebrebi so call for sole sourcing. There are advantages and disadvantages because all sole sourcing now they ba can who say and I'm say one person pet and I wouldn't need dealing na say ni panon kwan na product ni binti na there are other customers and I say other suppliers are omuni system no anything am I would deal with one person and this other suppliers in this system no mu dia na just say ni panon kwan etimi supply man ye services now no. And when it happens like that yeah say ni panon fast ade na my idea then shortage ebetimi aba. It is a Kobase hospital logistics and or the hospital. Say be business Confanoche or the bed near money. Adia de bobom panier near money near my digugu funu ne adena de bar or no kwani nipa obi our supply. It is unfair be my idea. Next as a hospital bed no and who bit me a day I a shortage ye nyabi. Into be many park or so. But when other vendors and I say other suppliers our market there, why should you go in for sole sourcing?
That's where you have to go for competitive
what bidding. Thank you, honorable.
our assembly.
That is why I was so cook for competitive bidding. Tina ama abino senya yencheni create, loot and share. Tina okosa so.
And then the press conference no or say economic situation no baby to say of anchor routes or kind of anchor dear no and is it a year bo roads few roads beer or just say economic you know because almost strictly by a yina not just a hard
under contract. Keke, adia mema meka so source na mama John Paul baby mo. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ni oye no ho. Me say e create, loot and share. E ye kwaya offer so ya daman mining site. Ye beba ho de. Unim say ebra Goldfields. Ye je say aban renew omo license emfa ma omu biem. E mo mu ntu sa daman mining site no gold na ho no. Ekoba say na afi smooth transition into no. Na was here day 1 year sa kan wo mo ho. Which is na contract no be end April 2025. Anna government extended, no minister and extended call 2026, which is 18th April 2026. And it's at 2026 we know. Onya yamfa to parliament could any, but one sense she go akwema ye did demand a mining site ya opeso de mani nua Ibrahim Mahama. Abesande
where you release be chebe man na kwa
be. So now when you say tax that no come reduce tax na dey about 1%.
Afei na opeso de kopu.
What am?
It's mama said where you be chebe no ba so but you concentrate on way
so na.
But my main claim maybe it can help all of us.
Very well.
And the minister that you know ebi am years at keke me to me nkodi nyem. But also the minister for roads and highways, Kwame Governance Abuja, has firmly rejected claims that the government's flagship big push infrastructure program is driven by sole sourcing, describing such assertions as mischievous and inconsistent with the facts presented to Parliament. Delivering an update to Parliament on Tuesday, March 24th, the minister stated unequivocally that all contracts under the Big Push program have been awarded in strict compliance with the Public Procurement Act and its regulations. He stressed that procurement processes remain transparent with full contractual details. The minister revealed that, contrary to claims of widespread sole sourcing, only 44% of major contracts, including those under the Big Push, were awarded through sole sourcing, while over 400 contracts have been procured through an open competitive tendering. I had now reason now be said. It is therefore misleading for any right-thinking person to conclude that the ministry only relies on sole sourcing. He told the House. Okay. He explained that given the scale and urgency of addressing Ghana's deteriorated road network, lawyer will answer me. A mix of procurement methods was deliberately adopted within the bounds of the law to accelerate delivery and prevent cost escalations. According to him, strict adherence to lengthy procurement processes would have significantly delayed critical projects and worsened economic hardship. The minister further clarified that 23. Okay, it goes on. It's your choice and come kono pampe. Way way beba and so na kwame me dance pra da mind and member and so na marking kind nyina. It's your choice and kono say bi obi mu na afi no bia ne the documents ne ho kro de baba nke be delay niema. Enti Nebusuania na beje keke madam fu beje anu ato abo
enti keke delay be na chance sabre nipa ebo peso ewo Konfanochi teaching hospital nipa ebo peso ewo Kwalebu teaching hospital na nipa ho kire wo mo delay be na chance ade mami musa 44% na or say or they call for sole sourcing. What is the evidence to show? It's a fallacious statement, a fallacy of hasty conclusion, a fallacy of hasty generalization. A fallacious statement. Parliament, at the end of the 2 women who is 44% no they call for sole sourcing. because so sourcing no ekobasa na enipa na diamando oye only supplier, and there is a high dependency on the supplier. What you say? It do depend, because one of the disadvantages is this can run the risk of lower supply quality, because any panel kwana will depend on so sourcing. And also we said there is a risk of what? Less buyer supply cooperation and high levels of dependency on the supplier. It is 44%. Now here you analyze it, you say 44% no the ama so sourcing. It's a fallacious statement. And Tina Maker say minister be making statement be say na mintimi hu de wa ye the national constitution no esich there. And once we be kind of falla na oko. Obi enu obe question to say so na president abetna ho. No wa can say mama create 1 million job, because president was briefed by the minister. I say oba no creating jobs of 500 and I say 1 million jobs. Edru so na say ye ba be debate wo ho parliament a president ni nti obi. Oko eti dia mo kan nyina opa no woti opa wontie eti ewi a president ni ho na yabusa no question say ete say the UK no ne ade obon say president ne te ho na obon say so na oba be kan na afi ministers no a start members of parliament na start busa question no wa answer ebi na minister yiye ete say the president wa be kan wi na oko eti obi anya president na hwe with all due respect, I mean no disrespect to the president has to be there. So na no we no na wabusan say ehene fa na create 1 million job no answer, and no be man minister na accountable to the president. I mean we say say me try minister antro ti me dia na say metima trotro say ma create 1 million jobs na me am president no abeka so na oka wi a no ane abagye no so ye no okọ na Ghana for ehun kire wo mo ebi na minister yi kai so 44% and o de ma so de aka nyina no opentem no ye no bibia papa e de na chese sa 44% ne kra no e ko so sourcing. Neseko did you weigh the pros and the cons? That is the advantages and the disadvantages before answer na award 44% nana. So me a member of parliament na me MP te honum bia. There are series of questions and kamebusa no. Evidence is the game. Into evidence no.
But who say and the minority no a press conference. Omo and so ensemble can say 50 contracts under a big push program. Omra no mo embechre. So 50 billion, I think the budget, a 50 billion you allocated. Omra bechre, no more publishes. Absolutely.
KK. Absolutely. Because they are possible.
Inflated the Ibia Bema, Nasa Ibia.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. And to because on, say Nippon Becana Trana Medeto Sona, no, okay, we are no court. President Ye debating in an open argument or parliament opa obetimi adum ne radio anase woni ka mu kra se momon fam sebe excuse me I mean no mon fam nsam emfiri me so me ntie hwe because oba also create 1 million job na me na bia wote ba bia wotie radio ndo obeka ne se ampo president Mahama create 1 million jobs because so na no de abetudwa na etum futuro gu obi ani no akoto aba e na minister
say ade ye nhwe de sei na ye nye de tietia enwa momo kire se so se enya de papa and ya the papa and the NPP.
It's adding another 44%.
Manifesto, but the ashimo. And the question is, again, I'm with the mobile.
What the 44%? What the 44%? Because so sourcing now, you cannot ultimately erase in Nkansah the entire so sourcing in the papa, because there are pros and cons of what so sourcing. Ubenya advantages and disadvantages. However, ebia mu way advantages and disadvantages of so sourcing. Anna more manifesto mo be say mo say mo de mo wini amon ko so sourcing, because ebia disadvantages now outweighs the advantages, and for that matter more wini a mo ko so sourcing. E dey na change a narrative na sansesan afi de wa award 44% e dey akọ so sourcing. Afi the advantages na abe those one and disadvantages ninti ana and ninti na afi the other 44% akọ so sourcing. These are questions to be interrogated. And only question I will see ebusa. And nipa no we through manifesto based on the manifesto enso ne yakoto abade mawo e ma waba bidi wo man so. Eti Ghana fo nyina ehwe because when in ma minority was so exposed government me ehunu say President Mahama on sign that President Mahama na eno han wasan de aba with all due respect, I mean no disrespect to His Excellency the President. That na President Mahama de quiet enu nti no ebra no olusu no obeka say Ghana for some olusu be over be 1 million votes no eba san na Ghana for bia fa praye no mo pra na chi say onko but ye hunu de ye osan de sa manifesto we be da Ghana for and over 1.7 million people esa akoto abade President Mahama ba but me Ghana for to say President Mahama on sign but the President Mahama dada no ano asan de aba because untimi me this with the good people of Ghana emfa manifesto emma chese so sourcing you are doing away with it now fe do akofa 44% allocated the so sourcing. They do weigh the advantages and the disadvantages. And now, a deity now mention the good people of Ghana where that the ama narrative necessary. Say be after the abehu says some ye can ye ever the previous government na ye Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na Akufo-Addo amemu no. Samre no ye nhwe ni ye name so sourcing ye hu advantages no outweigh disadvantage. And na me say so sourcing no. E bia de ma omu gina so kan ya at that time. One, it is only one supplier now, and that supplier is knowledgeable on the only commodity or product or best supply. And for that matter, you need other vendors.
But you rightly said so sourcing.
Yes.
And you had the money.
Yes.
When this if one member by the money woman.
Absolutely. So they dwell very much on the disadvantages of what so sourcing at the time and no more opposition. And on the cassette here, MPP. And as I say, Omabano, they are now dwelling on the advantages of so sourcing. But when you are doing that, and I was so out to explain to the good people of Ghana, say, one, a beer, the man can say at that time, no, me will say a be advantages na minya ni sha. Name often me will say, man, ye, name me cause so sourcing because me will say the advantages better also much and disadvantage. He did than that. And then I know when you say also allocated 44%. And that 44%, what is the evidence to show? It's a fallacious statement. Error. Fallacy of what? Hasty conclusion and hasty generalization. Or by an or they are just a 44%. Because will be 50 years, no, I can 44%. Data be an or say 44% on our ward. On one and be a calculation my own of 50 or 44%. It was so approval. It will just almost deceive the good people of Ghana. And then some year baby comodia me ma no can be. Oba say and near ma a year who in Ghana had United His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Now memoni create loot and share. In this so says no the into makofa 44% no. Omo one crofo woman memuanumua. Omo person omo ye enrich ourselves. In this microphone, no more patch Ghana for so one knowledgeable people. Omonkwane patent right. Omonkwane dealing with that product or beyond delivery. And this akwe omonkwane betime ye. Say your hospital bills near supplier. Omonkwane betime logistics. Omonkwane betime supply. Ye ni other vendors. Omo system numa. Betime a supply biyama. Yanko single sourcing by your so sourcing. And this idea near the ball a buy netino. Ye the ball nechi. Ebohunu na emu afa ne yepese yenkrofo benefit enti ebasa ne de tender no ayi nyina akoma wo mo ye de ma yenkrofo na na ma mo anreche wo mo na sika ba enti se kwalebu nya best ma enipa na so de a na chese nipa ne create shortage se de be ma ne demand no aye high enti demand no aye high de na de sika kese na de ma no na o ma arrange de so they are creating looting and sharing.
Besa about lawyer Evans Osei Bonsu na so sourcing and sema ye kan yeguso ye sisubio enwa NDC eye dede ewo ho senya de pa da ade NPP eye no ye kire ya sebu bia NDC ye ntiase ene omo ye chance ame na omo ba be kire omo ensem na ade Fourth Estate Suleiman Brahima edi animu enomo abe hwenyamu da ebibi say na Suleiman Brahima so no is sympathetic to a year the cause of the NDC hold here so is sympathetic me dim the cause wa ene otiam na press conference roads minister beye uko Suleiman Brahima the wall Facebook wall wa tro be bro beye du. Now time just to depend and then I send some no doors but Suleiman Brahima just the buff no maybe I can okay yeah member honorable sona abia honorable kame mamu SMs of a year near watch no maybe a minute I'll crave your indulgence or say is this the value for money? Let's start with just a very small one awarded under even restricted tender. Upgrading of Apegusu Mpakadan feeder road, signed on November 25th, 2025. This contract is for surface dressing, or as we call it, sappiting. Road length 9 kilometers. Contract sum 146,511,649 cedis. Cost per kilometer. I don't know, 16.27 million. That's $1.47 million. Contractor, Build Managers Limited. What is even mind-blowing is how they arrived at the contract sum. A whopping 37.5 million is allocated as maintenance of Department of Feeder Roads Headquarters. Maintenance, not construction of a new office. And guess what? This is not the only contract with allocation for maintenance of the same office. And all the other, stay tuned. Hey! And this for where 7 months, 81 contracts, 73 billion Ghana cedis. One must say, enye, na mo ba be ye di ye, and this for munim siketi ya monsa ma. Honorable, memra uswe.
Keke. Ay liman o se me junjun Ghana patrosem no. Ya se liman na wako na wa ye di na uze ay liman na dia na o se me junjun Ghana patrosem ho. Ya junjun Ghana contract ho. You see, Keke do be a young politicians, we need to be very careful. You're very careful. And I'm Africa. Yeah, no, but say na soja for no fight. No more yen yama enye no. Because the NDC 4 years is here, no say omo succeed as scam everybody in the country. And I'm also Brahman Nibuefu no. Omo scam ubia, including Asofo, including Nanamo, including say. And yama omo kan opposition na omo penti omo what said omo ye srabofo no. They are doing exactly the opposite. Enka so in no Keke ye Procurement Act no emra makwai enka nya criminal activity o enya ade a constitution na say Procurement Act no 8 years ade no per se, but they painted the picture as if say MP4 issue so sourcing as one of the methods of procurement there. Not just say Kufuado na pamfo nyina ya akoromfo no mu wi Ghana sika e no mo kan na Ghana fo nyina ate o mo asese adenti lawyer can enema bebree about kwai fa so a ye ma contract and the so source ne restrictive tender ne de keka ho nyina. Wodim say Keke, one of the principles and I say the idea ye so source and as a single source and say I don't know the emergency aspect of it. Say when you address na lawyer ke when you see a o say enu bi na Kwaku menu COVID buy a ogina so a wo de kokra enuro buy a ndisi for twen abo e wo man mu. But COVID no buy no enuro kwa na wo pebi ato e wo world market ya na wunya. Enti ase omo dikan e deposit ye sika se be omo ye nuro nu a ye nsa betumi aka ye de just to save lives. But ndisi for say that the likes of Sami Jamfimo Okujeto Abrakwamo, the president himself. Omoka say so source na ye procurement method a enti amra bia MPP aban no de adwuma no de che se krono nko na ombo man no e no mo kan to Ghana fo nyina ti na Ghana fo e di achi no mo koto aban because o manifesto room a they stated it clearly say omo de so source no je say edruba bia ya critical period pa nya sa omo nyusu so source e wo man we na sabi u ka frache Keke road construction emergency in dey road construction and na de e kan ho biem ni say na lawyer ken e bia contractors no mo ho nyina ba ko pe na betimi aye sa adwuma na ye de ma no enti e no mra no makwan say obetumi aselect sa contractor no na o de adwuma na ma no gold board for Sami Jamfi a okopenti dan okotete ntentan na yi a openti wi a Bank of Ghana for edan na omo team ya omo 2 years my 1 year my Bank of Ghana wo enye gold Bank of Ghana yesika nyina ho na ewo edan omo free ma Sami Jamfi ya gold board a say okwa akotena mu a ode na adwumafo akokotrem no okọ renovate dan no ko penti otete ntentan penti ya 11 million Ghana cedis through restricted tendering. Omoko peke na nipa amode man no hwe senka Kufuado time enanka asenso boachi ana oye ne deputy chief of staff ana jinapo no ye deputy chief of staff na yesi ye ma contract bi o baby na san kofo mienu yakofa contract no de amomo keke nka oni ma sema nke besi wo ma we wo deputy director ya mekwa se ukọ amamuo no e wo horo nyina no ona ye deputy ye fe se HR manager human resource manager ona ye chief of staff standogwe deputy chief of staff mo tam contract na mo de ma no ma obi ambe di bi o ono kwa na mo da na mo de ma no 11 million na omo fi so omo nim nyansa aburo so nti no paint no a mo yere nko ano ni sika e different 11 million television te se mo de ye bo ha ya anase omo se ye 80 inch eno nko ano 800,000 Ghana cedis 8 billion titisika television omo wi na omo se nkonwa single no eno so 4 billion ena omo chiche ma omo ho ena omo supply eno the same procurement processes ya omo fa so eno na omo fa so omo de contract no ma no nanka edan ayi ko penti so ni emergency ne de enti Bank of Ghana for say nyese enka yesi sa new building yakufo ado asi the bank square e de amomo a se nkomo da so te Bank of Ghana dan no mo ya adwuma enti dia na na asesa ho mutu ya samija mfi ko ya renovation no eni na wo kan amanfo wo kon Ghana Petroleum Commissioner VAT ahoro ya omoato ya ni nyina no Toyota Ghana because VAT no sa cars na moto nye Toyota fo nkwa na wobi ye wo other companies amoso wo VAT no mbetumi ato bi efro but omo cars omo to nyina Toyota nkwa Toyota company meaning say bibi asesa wo ho niam bi akoso wo ho e na omo de adwuma nyina ma omo ukọ ha we mu no omo akotoka train ukọ ha we mu akotoka train emu pickup randia be man ho so 140 vehicles e na okotoka okoko board na omo agunu no e na akuafo na nwura no omo bre na nkrofo we nsem omo kan ye no me da bia me ka say I don't expect anything big from the NDC. I will always judge them by whatever they said in opposition. Wodi omo court letmo text no so a na omo afeli ba kokura ni omo pass ukọ omo afeli ye kwa ye kwa na wo kan Ofanko road asem na wo say niam omo ye na Nkansah be se na chichiro mu wo ko select Ofanko road no ene ayi ye friend say Dodowa road ene ayi how do you call it Cape Coast road no usi wane de na ye de ama contract miwa mo say mo na mo ye sa kwan no ye kufu ado aban na ye wo wi asese de sidie mu ye no afiri matem ho wo say de afidie na achew se wi ase adwemmone ba kurama ene oto wum na the NDC for no Ghana for nyina mu the kind of people we are dealing with because you catch them say no yake John Mahama no nsesan o ni bufu say ye to abati ala tantan sa enti bo say olusu elections nyina da bi o kasa na bufu woni mu so he is coming back to pay us back. That's exactly what he is doing. What na pamfo na de omo ye nyina e na da my good omo dika ji Azuma resort e de ama ni nua Ibrahim Mahama omo ekofa da man de aka no fi ye bom ja no minister no ada ne ho ase cultural letter say afei de
and letter ba kai ba sresa
na woni say de
na we ya move on to that again
we say omo de ama no we settings
na woni ma de a omo ye da my good no woni ade a ehu ne say
what about you
DSL tax na na etua no parliament march ya 2026 omo do so nto ma shada ko reduce tax ni free 3% aba 1%.
Ba ye wie na bi wi aba
me say enti ni na settings nko enti aban we settings government and nema omo kan opposition nyina they are doing exactly the opposite nanka sa akwan ya ye akwan you see o say akwan no editorate enti se ye kase ye ko procurement ye ko full length a sami jamfi defense ya obo ne no ye kase ye ko full length a amanfo accident yesisi ena nkrofo de kwan na enye no ena nkrofo ewie am robbery cost de kan na me say what these guys omovize nyina na sabi ukafrache ye nimu nyansa na school ye nyina na ye koyo keke se wonim se akwan accident siso e wo Ghana ha e man nkrofo wu kese pa wo Ghana ha e kwan be ya nya akra Kumasi road na akufo ado ye interchanges ya ye diversion road diversions be sensia some places 80% 70% ya wie baby a enko okra na 50 something % enka wutumi wie wo nyina nka Kumasi road sesi ya free of anko eba bedru nanka ebo yewie ofanko de na eba bedru ayi efen say Linda door nanka yenya ho kama na efiri Linda door so ohon so diversion bi ho na yetwa nyina magu na watra nyina ma ya bedru nkoko nanka wapi ho na ofiri ho so a wabatuku de a oye ne wonkoko ye no so ye double road ananya sanete uf gen ho a uba wani nkaka bia ye konongo na wo hoi konongo so diversion bi ho nanka de aka nyina se utra konongo bedru adwoso wi a adwoso wakum ase ye double road kufo na ye nti nkade na aka bi road nkade na aka kakra bi nanka ye nya double no wo se me kwa akoye ayi expressway no besi nne se sika sai na ye de ye compare be na mo se mo select visibility studies be na mo ye environmental protection agency for omodjuma be no mo environmental impact assessment be na mo ye compensation be na mo ye e wo sa akwa na mo te mo be no besi na obi anim ho hwe eno say president wo ko gina parliament a the 2026 budget na aban no ayede aba parliament no sa Kumasi express one enim
ai and it is about no allocation
yeah so what is it settings government what from na me president no me tie na it said there I say or that's why wo ye campaign
nanka recruitment today yeah say on befa 5,000 oh buy yeah
me ban ko 10,000 me wa budget now the call parliament no 5,000 the room in this 10,000 oh yeah me say on sesan you don't sesan 40,000 we need say for 4 years me wa 3 years what can 1 year nti wa nya smart ya say me catch us on oh yeah smart you
o shoda hit do free
ba ati me den kokko 750
o shoda hit free ba kokko come hit ba butu kasika so boy o be show ya pajuma
ya policy carry 11 billion Ghana cedis so far we release 4 billion nti di omo aka no musika de oy ena kuafo isu enso obo si yetu omoka enti ye be sre NDC fo se o man no ye no opposition ye ka ho ne ma o man gina se se oni omo kasa mo so mo nka ma no ntum ye bom jada ma enye na so mo de contendering na mo nko na motewa nkasa be mo mfa ma Ibrahim ye nim se mo de be ma no de nanso ye ma transparency mram ni nyina ehunu se so ono nko na kwa akọ dia na onwene a fair enough
problem o da obi da be fa kura da e denya de hubom de hubom
na se wonim se se bin rase o gana se wonim se e omo dia omo afani na wakoje dam e fence azuma de no red voter enu gold e ho nyina omo dia se omoji we ya na omokoje plane back 70 million
at the brand na offer no
ena omode ye jo na omode back no so omode man say emergency ba na me baby amiti emergency ba me denya plane afro you see enti so no offer nka nye bone na nkofu omoya say eno na ye strategy a ombetumi dia empower omonkrofo ntu hwe contractors yi omo aselete omo nyina ye nkrofo a omo fi so omo na bo omo ma omo be nwe na power omo na tuetue ska ba omo so let's give them na ye mfa ma omo se be ya omo betumi asen abo aye biem be Ghana for ka so omo betu a opa o wi pusagra omo be pamo and I know for sure say niam ba mo ye e maburu no amo se mo anje omo amusa danko ato se gensis nyina ko NDC ne no he doesn't know what he's talking about what promise maburu no ayi 133 job adwuma ba ko nipa miensa 3 shift besi nne ba kokora wo secretariat na wo create here for saa yi nkura no ono pon 5 o'clock okọ 1 shift na wo betra se aka kire nse wo be fa mabunu wa adwum omo koto forms no hwede ye wo dia ye omo unim se wo betimi afa nipa 5,000 na wako bie ade no se even na age limit na 25 no why increase the tenor account the 35 na wo yes na unim se nkrofo do be apply ena abu akam so sika amonya na more than 200 and something million Ghana cedis afiri maburu no a wa momo adwuma ho afiri na musu osi yakobiem for 4 years yemfa nipa 40,000 na wo yes ade na amamuo ena meka se young politicians ya nya very careful a ebeduru babi no e man krofo bi opportunity na omo di justify ne ma yes omo ye yempese ebekọ ho babi ya yaduru Ghana sisi aro but nkofo actions and inactions no emwa mamuo because what we say internet nti ensama omo kan opposition enne ni nyina ho enne ma bi wa wuti was enti nkofo kan sem wo nyina na nya no bi say John Mahama say ayi koko ayi akufu ado ne na aban no omutiri mu dinti omo bunu e wo Ghana nyina nti koko no awi aboso nti oba obetu boho e wo koko afu obiam na o the polytank yasiso na the host asoso so na obi ade egu ni koko so
one boho guy
we say o ka na nko so koko fa bi e betu boho na boho no utu do say obi koko ono se 50 acres araya sara ye bi say wo hima e be si na ye hu ba bi koko no na mi ni utu ba ko ho a na the polytank go dey see him fa na the house no so o de kogu koko be so enso wo nyina John Mahama kan Ghana man crofo gidi die e na o de ato aba ma no enti Ghana for so we are more ni nyina say they want to enrich themselves your own crofo say the lawyer can create loot and share
family and friends
yeah na the tie ne say omo yes anema we nyina no mo na mo di akire amo ye chobo yi no unya hwe kom na de wo nzu di akire e no mo no omo enrich omo enti ye nyina ema yani na ho na de omo kan wo position na omo yes anema we mere me ka se Nyankopon e hwe omo na wo yes ade wo ya da bidie no wo be ansa because even contract no sika no e de da so no keke enye sika ketwa o enye sika ketwa o say most inflation abafo ananya sara mo ka
na ye bi na Suleiman actually be sapete na ho crowd the bad ye guso gwa
I'm telling you inflation abafo most na kwa de na de ye nya ayi cement mu ana de kom cement mo se ne abafom inflation abafom narwa abafom iron ross abafom enti adenti na contract no ni sika no so chene tama na sa ane ma no woso no that is why I don't get it. Se kilometer baako na ye time no mo ye 400 no enne mo de ko 800 enne ma no so nyina ba fom enti se Nkansah abri nka koso no ba fom ana bitume ne na akoso ayi kota no ye de gusu no na akoso ana asese ana de here because cement a play major component e road construction ana be boa iron rods e play major road e wo ho na sa ne ma wo ye major ayi no ni nyina aba fom a adenti na contract na se koso na nya kwa nipa boni afa so pese ogiska gu ni botuma enka se nka contract nka eba fom enso da de on pese o mo ya na se ye hwe o mo na o mo se ye nkan ya no ntum na o mo piska ngu o botum o mo kwotena fie me se niema na nkrofo o ye nyina na se ade se na eye anibre ana se kom ena na ade o mo nti ye mbra na ye medidi nti o mbehu ye no o mo de o mo nsam ye nu nyafu ena obi efom bi na o mo mrebe so omo di gold board e wia o my way omo mrebe so omo di road come here go da bia me kasa lawyer he president Mahama wuri ndo ye obi bia na oti opposition a o sector bia wona na o kasa wo ho a na o wano e den no oba ye no wakoye o minister wo ho ndi o se koye maye hwe o tam jina po e no ko energy nyo na o ka energy ase bobere oba ye na containers yirae containers ye die chire containers nde ahwa sem ko jise de omo se ayira wa tema ha bo no omo ye ya mo so mo be hu bi okuma ase ha ayi omo ya mo so mo ko hu containers bi wo takorade ene wo he nkofo de timi chi containers omo se one allergy or the gold ene ayi friend
but I say ba ko na say lawyer dey bi no be ye de so omo achi cocaine hwa bi wo tema potom na eno ado na akokana
me say na o ka say na so omo ka say omo say
why so lawyer you know okuma se a
omo bari ma twim
yeah twim
bari ma
obe ye de say cocaine na cocaine di la mo na akokana ya ntifi
na nanu ye nya na omo ka say ayi businessman bi e de ayi o de ayi friends aduane ko abruchiri na omo akochi na ayi airport business businessman no way
Meka hwe ana makwaje
settings nkwa settings nkwa gwana leje yese wo makwache kada me omu bia na GTV pa na kokova yo gold ni sika kokko ne but
jojo gida ba ya I'm
telling you
gida why kepuse and
communication what no no dey hopa yes I'm George jata or transfer Sabon Academy SIM card here register and wo see him some registration Sam George
ya baba so
okay to foreign affairs was say on and no ye alupre wo wi ase nyina on no ni the cost oba na etam no de ko foreign affairs oko ho anwuma me no ye no ho enti domama shed that no this anko enti say want to me approve ho na say o you free wa to me blebu no biem enti settings no de no no muguso o mo ye be Ghana for adrimu da ho ye ni da ho
but I say but that one way there is no, but the year video be said you see Wadaroma, baby so
rare exception rather than the single source procurement must be the rare exception rather than the norm. We must also subject government projects above a certain threshold to value for money audits. And just this morning I was reviewing some of the procurement reports. And there was this procurement for poultry farmers, 10,000 units of something. And it was single source. The reason for single source was urgency. And one company was giving the contract to supply 10,000 units of whatever it was. The supplier and the person who assembles it was not allowed to bid. And so the company who that won it went to the supplier, bought the items for 4,500 and came and sold them for 6,600 to government and walked away with 21 million cedis on that supply. I mean, how can you do this? I mean, it was our own company we're running. How would we do a thing like this? But that is government bleeding. Everybody cutting their pound of flesh. That must stop. Single source procurement must be the rare exception rather than the norm. We must also subject government projects above a certain threshold to value for money audits. And just this morning I was reviewing some of the procurement reports.
Now, a bra or Kasa some way, majority leader. I'll say, why, so sourcing is dead. What demonizes soul sourcing? And then you are doing worse. You are doing worse. Ghana, you know, yeah, no, President Mahama really suits. And the money. What is President Mahama saying to all this? Ghana for you are the best judges or better judges. The can be a but young quiet me come man me ba lawyer in China Fabia Yako a yeda my dear but minority also for your information or more a press conference be a man measure say be video na swami interchange obo kan ho asem akra Kumasi expressway na honorable kan mo kan ni na ho asem na swami interchange no 4th year to a year 3rd year no and no so no almost entiase because 2022 Parliament approved a loan agreement of 156.4 million euros. Say yemfanye 4th year, yanka say the year 3rd year. And the Parliament approved a loan agreement of 156.4 million euros. No, just a BBI settled. No, over the year 47 million from Dutch Bank and Afrexim bank account. Said also count. And to Swami interchange the other year settled. At the end of the year approval. As the Kadi BBI ready and then a buy as a funded constraints or better so about 3rd year minority no say and yajuma yentiase it ya don't know the governance Kwame Agboja Sikano abay 2022 omo approve BBI dada wamu betu futuro bia engu yede and no so enne omo eka wan so can drip machines so asem ene ensem ahodo na balaya memra so yeah. We'll take back the mind the but we say can't about now until another so called registration
and then that mind the in America
okay
say KK my mini can and comment about Kwame Agboja say yes Swami interchange on person be any 3 year in fact I dey mesre pa ne sa santeman ura o te kokoso on frɛ His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na dawro mani die kwan so a na me bomi mu ase pagya me mu ema ote kokko so on frɛ His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na on man kokko mu asem enka ncha ne say sa 40 no mo nye mistake eso obekọ 3 because keke sika no e wo ho biska bia no Kwame Agboja se voter region han ko obekọ no 2 say dey obe test your post 2 3 no aba ye ka tia e layers first layer, second layer, third layer, fourth layer. Tier na ye kano ase no. But the point is a dientina former president no ye nanado danko akufo adomo etimi secure sa sika ni nyina no mo pese ekọ 40 no. Hwe tie ne baako ebi kura obehu ne nam swame ekwa kofa tafo pankro no traffic nipa dimu a amane a omuhunu wo tafo pankro no tie ne pragia na de pragia ne ye ne se na no meko hello fm akokasa na ya pragia timia block manimu nyina me manimu dawo badada le no a blocking finfin nyina traffic a na pragia for na jin finfin nyina afa then the new yan say 20-year-old yi bantimi kura hu dem hu yan say meka no me obi a meko boko pew na oda ho na meka no ke no down because I obstructing view me so kra me hu say ono so ba and so say me dwene road user no obi a ono so use road ni bi owo ho dwene ho na akobo no tie no purpose ne say ebi be fa layer ne ba ko nam ha na layer ne ba ko nam bi offense so na no so ko sa layer ne nam ne bi ba ko nam abu akwa na no so ko ne bi ba ko enso nam crowfrom de na ko ntu be hu na 4 layers no anya bia na chese a easy sa traffic congestion na wo Asante region especially Kumasi na setafo wakunyame aboa no akoto China for ka ya bai dito T2 na se wo de kwa akofa tafo pankro no kwan so a pragia bi twi ho ase ni nyina ama abrawo nya sika mfantwi ama ya nya kra accident ayisi wo ho enya de ketwa ade achi ade sabia ni pepra na ipra okoma Mponte hospital Obatafo hospital obekọ ne nipa someone ma pragia because pragia nka be hu se achirichiri te se nkurase na ekọ eti layers na ye na ye tie no enu nti na ban ne dwene ho na kwa me agbeja nyame aboa honorable ne de tumi amawa ne se obedwene Kumase fo ho a ade abeka nden se obetest ye pause 2 tie ana 2 layer afi de osan akọ ya wasan akọ 3 tie enya juma
na they were incompetent regional minister.
I'm telling you.
Odo no ni oye.
No mo support. Odia support na unia otia no. Support say we NDC ni nti enya de be amoba ya de nkama nti mu betimi aya na Nuruddin Abbas was say mu betimi aya nkama anye. Hey, is that what you are telling the good people of what Ashanti? Ese yen no yen de nke betimi aya ka NPP for ntimi anye. O nwene Asante region ha wote no. Se layer na solve unu bi problem wata fo pankro no se tie ne ba ko solve solve sa ma kro de no tie ne bi nam ha solve problem we na so nkoye ne to tie ne de cargo fo no be fa ba bi foforo ne akoye kwan obetum futuro de aguga
na de ye regional minister because we no ka kwam regional minister was sorry sadie we na mu akwa din komo
mesre sa santema wura the king ono kwa na ye king constitution no kra kire so ono kwa na ye king mesre ne se we die onto ne nsam fra his excellency John Dramani Mahama ewo kokoam no nkasa nkyere ne se mesrom ma me 40 na enkoso na me manfo so ho ntom eno ma no asi ho na yemra daman western region obi anim se Goldfields obi anim se free South Africa eho na originative friend omo de omaji wiase nyina gold de aboso a omutuo oma betu yemai gold a de ahye omo nsa ema omutua tax esa magana tax no kra na 3% a omutua magana Ghana budget tax and your friend GSL growth sustainability sustainability levy mutua 3%. Nanu ya ban person ye create loot and share enti no mo pese nipa baako for eno so source enipa baako ebefa gold ndamine gold na oba betuo ni enti no parliament akotena se we reduce ese or the royalties kosoro said the gold ne price no ekosora na royalties ne so increase eteba na royalties so eso ati aba from enti enam sa de na ode benenti or te tax no so ama omo de free 3% e de aba 1%. What was the rationale behind it? His Excellency John Dramani Mahama plan a oya ne say me woni pa bia me mana beto sa Daman Goldfield no because already e di kan de you see Honorable Ibrahim Mahama Oto Ghana gold na boni bi any moye Ghana ni but the tiene say biemu enko parliament biemu fa betu dwa publish obi a wo interest wo mu bia onfa ne pe emfamra ye wie ne say his excellency the president ni nua no Ibrahim Mahama ana ebekọ akoda no so say yemfama no a na de ama no yempre ye ho nko parliament emma ye wododo enti no tax Ghana benya ye growth sustainability levy yen konkote so ne akwakote so free 3% de aba 1% knowing very well ese ye danya Ibrahim Mahama and ye this good ne be man nti yen tax no so na easy bed ne fama no hwe aban the core transition no say April 2025 Diamond Gold Mines our Western region no ayi we own renew license ni bi mu ma no ento on fa ma gold fields fine wo Jeffrey gold fields nsem a wo de be ma the good people of Ghana obi ani je ho biemu enye owura Ibrahim Mahama nkwa na to gold onu nso nya eye because owura Ibrahim Mahama oye Ghana ni oye mpuntujuma wo Ghana enti onya eye kama biemu ma obia bidin na obia mbra emehwe se onu so ahoɔden betimi a keke ahoɔden betimi atobia lawyer Evans Osebo nso betimi atobia honorable betimi atobia na onu nso so akpa se meje enti ube renew license na also renew ma omo biem waje eni aban ya adwene uji wie ya. And I say for smooth transition, send your mabit makoso ye nintino. What's our shift to 2026, which is 18th April 2026. Anna obe Jeffrey woman some cry and to me over 1 year. Oh yeah, and tempena mako my fast call parliament and I'm some what do 20. Mako reduce sa growth sustainability levy no at the 3% at the about 1%. What is the rationale behind it? So go feels etua tax de my na your royalty so kra sa akosoro 3% no wo sa akote so am 1% said the go fields ayeye enya sika wo wiase nyina ama South Africa company na develop no e die nti na wo sa akote so de aba 1%. The rationale behind this is His Excellency John Dramani Mahama knew very well sa ade no ye kwa ya ye pese de ma Ibrahim Mahama enti ye better so na san easy na burden financial burden a obe face ni say de be ya obetimi atu no funya no anya ne bebre because enya nwanwa say bra na owo position oba be free so no first na odi kan ba ya no wode ka ayi babia ni honom na ye babia ni bauxite anko de mani nua no it took the intervention of the new government, that's MPP. So mutimi buy on budget.
The original minister, they are comparing him with this today. The original minister. And Muachino, almost say we na Zuma so red water and also the amano. And your name say also the Damai Western region. You go fields they are not so bad money no. ABM and Untino catch parliamentarians and 10 monko reduce tax no. And the Ghana tax 3% that's on a year not tax and so as a growth and sustainability levy. I'm not saying
lithium
yes. And not just say be a tax or other taxes every go for say Juma di no mudi wa da my ho. But that 3% now they about 1%. 1% yen fanya day. Just because we cast royalties be almost 20. And the bear rasta didn't know that go fields at 3%. No, there is a search in what royalties no yes to not on so more. And now we different women some are de babema union there and then tell me a quarter so I'm a parliamentarian yeah woman to 3%. I'm a minister they are about 1%. Eti dia make catch say
what's the import of this letter now kwa me sense ka krata no ka obesan dia to so the amame also the moves to safeguard jobs and sustain operations as the mine lease nears expiry. The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources informs the public that the Daman mining lease held by Abosu Goldfields Limited, a subsidiary of Goldfields Limited, expires on 18th April 2026 after a 1-year extension.
Yes.
Government firmly believes that the Damai mine remains a key national asset that can continue contributing significantly to Ghana's gold production, export earnings and employment. Also, to ensure continuity after the lease expires, government has initiated measures to safeguard jobs, maintain service contracts, and reassure stakeholders. These steps form part of efforts to secure a credible investor and operator through a competitive bidding process, ensuring the mine's continued contribution to national development and advancing long-term Ghanaian-centered ownership and investment. As government advances this transition, it remains committed to ensuring that the Damai mine continues to deliver lasting value for the host communities and the nation at large. The ministry reiterates its dedication to transparency and responsible stewardship through this process and look forward to ushering in a new chapter for the mine the one that strengthens Ghana's mining sector and reinforces government's broader vision for sustainable Ghanaian-driven growth while preserving the country's strong reputation as a leading destination for responsible foreign investment. What does this mean to you?
So, on say the American, till what the kind, I can't catch the go feel say more license me renew man be major Ghana for. It's more license never expire 2025. No, I'm more extension. Extension 18th April 2026 for smooth transition. So the buyer a bit me there maybe up to 2 years. Now what me aje adene de Ghana for. Now here certain paragraphs be the all can say obe deliver ama aboa the host communities, the host communities and the entire country at large. At that time no na tax that's one unkote tax in so no mutu as growth and sustainability levy no 3% no mugusutia. Then what's happening after on just March year 2026 parliament a convene no matimi akotnase at tax no so diaba obeja magana for a fine yenim se Ghana for nyina na de be o de be ma o ma manen koye beden afi we ye sham omo sheda no ma stadium omo diaba because minority no e sha ase so obomochi ese because en hye gu akwam a omo ye underground work omo transfer sa de ne diama Ora Ibrahim Mahama.
It's a goldfield, Stratfield, say EMP, and say
that is so.
Over.
Yes.
From 1997, obviously obey the first African Arabia, whatever.
That is so. Etinam so omo ye kanana no mo dia na bra His Excellency John Dramani Mahama because family na busuya create loot and share or de be mo money ntim. And time you reduce no, you wie na minority status so mo bo aban na chi no afi dia or the krata we abetuja. But let me tell you, I'm telling you, because baby and new oil, sorry, minerals. Baby a boom, baby a minerals war. I wanna Ibrahim Mahama anyway. In fact, say we need the manual and I bet no a conny favor and hame. But the point is, Sabed and I was so with me ye money fair equity, pay. What I say because you don't want a pay minerals. You will nipa bibiri ba wo maimwa omu nyina so pay minerals. One point ni bi. Minerals. Yeah, pay minerals e hona na ni wo. Anya me nwanwa se baabi ani no water box site de amani nua no. Eto owura Mahama baabi na ni hwe eye mineral because anya me nwanwa se ye de owura Sami Jamfi e de na kwakoto gold na no oye the guy Ibrahim Mahama ne boy. The first Land Cruiser ne niema e ya tesemo woni dem fa e ho Land Cruiser ne so democracy owura Ibrahim Mahama ne tomano beginning no no more opposition no e ya tesem ne no meteye enti de mini proof e ho sa Land Cruiser be I say why ne yese hono e na to de man no enti ono ne de na kɔ ho ti de na kɔ ho ne nyina no na esan aboa benefit ne esan kɔma Mahama ne na busua enti a family and friends create loot Mahama enti na every 3% about 1%. 3% tax ne da so na e be develop various communities no adenti ne dey about 1%.
Mate basa aba wonchebio honorable memra wonchebi say bi obe comment we hu ana so obe ko ada matesa but I don't know maybe answer about we know what does this letter mean to you?
What was it?
No,
sham.
Let away.
And I don't be how it works. You better be so idea no more catch up for some making sure.
Now we will lower the hammer. Or by the lower hammer no. I'm a water. I didn't know the car near one or the other command 20,000. Now we have my 30,000. Not 20 now, but no, sir, Babos or Beya, no, the pest work to be about 9 lower hammer. Do we understand the Oceania and the Ama away? A sham, we let we are. Minister and President Mahama dia ba eye sham enko si awie no na Ibrahim Mahama
still Ibrahim Mahama
family
anu be tie we
keke wa hu se enkrofo wi ahese ayi kejeti akrofo bo se o pa krofo no konfo obo anu na to botom ndi se wan hwe yi a wo ko tu akwase obi no no ko krofo no pa krofo no ko na kwakoto botom sa no mote enti ansana omo nka se wono omo ka se ye beto aba omo kofa book wi omo se ejapade Almost a Kufuado and Abusu and Fuash said your mind in the next 100 years. Ombe take over, Ombe Gigo, Ombe Tombi Bia, no, she said, these people, I don't can say more, even no more, yeah, the good, don't even say book, no more various versions, na a soft copy. In this idea, see now, no more quiet to quickly, no more the ashim. Into Bakwa kind of not, no, because I didn't go weekend or correct. But there be no more edited.
But Emmanuel Amakofi was serious. Or your concert man, Papa. Maybe there's a lithium gig. I said, what turning around? I don't know. And where I go for Baby Boom, yes, agents. May say, a sentence, and or more, yes, I didn't at the end of the day, no, yet the Adanama EMP, Ibrahim Mahama. We say, me can say, what we say, Bakunoa, or Mwenya, a winning a Hindiana lawyer, can I say no. It took the intervention of the regional minister then, Samuel Semenza. And now, Obama, Cheka, sitting in AC, was said, da, Yantiase, and can you hini box I think a coyacha or motrina. A brana ya coachana, any channel for any negotiations, say, yeah, pequaya a bit to me a momo, a bit 2 year, a box side TB, not almost so abaya ya quine dear mine, and no more be ya quine be brew, Uko Cape Kusuma, in the rules for Muyina, nay, idea, I don't know, dear. Uko Sunyamo. Ni brekumu na aban gusu a na omoye saa sano hydro projects ibi ni na na bauxite na ena fufija nto ataye ko IMF na IMF de tabo to so ntia masa akwa na bibiri aka ho enti de kwa na ma adwen mu se ebi ti se sunwan ukọ sunwan Berlin top akwa ya moye ne ho a omoye drains ni nyina wie o ya aka se nkom e fa Berlin top o free pe run about to sa bepie a technical university a run about na nka ya wie aka se omode ko ta beguso ena IMF conditionality say by oko takrade a ena na omode ye takrade interchange enu bi ni omode ye tamale first interchange in tamale enti nko ba ye kura sa na ya kwam governance agboja o chiche akwan te say de o chiche kelewele wo market no ese nko tumi ye sa akwan mu nyina efiri ho man omo so omo ye foforo durusu nya omo so omo ye outer road ena omo agya we ho no omo akokireti new one because of procurement purposes 7 million ska gu ombotom enti nkrofo esuba ya mo wom no sa ade wo ya lete we a amakofi bu atworo no ye se nipa no ya kan won sema ma ye bomugya ena ka chese look de wo ye no wan hwe yi a Ibrahim no o kireti asema ma no in future ini chere se na omo deny ama last week kra no omo de lete ba be ka chese EMP Ibrahim Mahama na kra no abugina po 2024 ena ode sa concession no de ma no ena ogema no mi wa anya sa de te ene ade a na ye de ama Ibrahim Mahama na ye na nne mo asan betwere letter aka chance afi na be competitive bidding mo se na abugina po de ama EMP Ibrahim Mahama enso ene mo de letter ba se afi na ye be competitive bidding na ye man krofo kwan obi a o ye interested bi abebe dibi na wo ko bi dibi a me nua tender documents no menkoto wo koto a mere formality de obenya no wo ho dada ntu to a usika ko because ya do ho awie eyafuo na ya do bibia awie de yahuni pe de ma no ti obi a betu ya akọ be dibi
ya ba ma wontumi akoto bi
ya ba ma wontu
mama say that blocking account na say be ya wonya bi nto
ya ba bo si awon akoto tender document ni bi no so abede ni ahwe say on be fi no na obo de amana enti we dey keke yen kama na scam say the lawyer kan no settings omo ye just do something to represent something na nkrofo hu say wo ya ade bia transparency wom but ye dey ama Ibrahim awie say the omo ye adentina woni nkwan afa so awunya voter one no o sha say o pesa adro na enye ne o sika ese otumi raise $100 million no wanya da ne bra be ye president sika one na omode atofo in call West African Bank okoye board ape and no apply through that system and no man $100 million no and no de koje nti say hono gold o mo say billions of dollars e hye fom ho ono nko a ono na busuanfo de a mo afa enti nsema na omo kase akufo ado ene na aban no ene omo ye japade ne ma no san omo na omo ye nchini fo nko a tizie no ye minerals say ye nyabre na mechewa sector na minerals na wo ho no ye omo gold board omo ye ada se no ye adwuma ma Ibrahim na ko ha ana se na oye associated with this na ko ndi sa sector ho de nyina Ibrahim Mahama ne John Mahama Nkrofo ko mo afa ntu ye ho hwe nyi Ghana for na omo fi se ade papa bi wo ba bi a John Mahama ne Nkrofo be ene ye ne they've taken over. And bedroom babino sika ombenya no wo ombeto na omo
omonya
enti she na omo kantina me ka say omo behavior and say kigiti akromfo ono pai kromfo no ono wato botonum e na ope ba bi afa enti de na omo say Akufo Addo na busuafo so obeka say John Mahama kan say Akufo Addo say oye old enough enti omfa sika anyehwe ono nkowie sika o say ono ko yis on ko first kan mu no na busuafo wie sika ro de ma no enti ene what has he the same thing nti ne bra ono ankasa John Mahama no ko na busuafo no omo say omo wie sika no omo de ma no omo afa ye good ne ye minerals nyina enti say ya nye ayi na simo say mensa je nyina hi box ati free ni sema nke no so kan ho na no kra sisi ba bi ya duri because we share the period that John Mahama sign letter na ode man no a 26 December 2016 na ya to aba wi a obe hand over 7 January and yes ade no enti ye mom pa say aja mfia miensa ka animi say wansan magye amfa ama no de a na na emi say osan gye a nyina hifo no omuduru o kwan fa so obituru o bakwa kuturu o ma ya hwe
we can say na o support to Black Stars. Yeah, indeed. Oh, Buagana. Oh, you're son of the land.
Now, Keke. Now, why the Nyasa Niama will be out to me the way or ye? Why didn't be
social responsibility.
Because I 5 million, me to your son, you. What me?
What is money to a cockroach?
17 million US dollars. Play. What a year fellas say I would them to me Jared was so come now I prepare what do I know person ya ben kwine will play me to me ya ben kwine come now who know we want to be Black Star 5 million
but
what's your 5 million
eti manu ama kofibua or say competitive bidding why are we interested no bet to be obeko to Ibrahim the likes of Ibrahim Mahamanum what you muna competitive bidding na ya lay hands ya bompa gusu na wako wini ede amagana why a free 1997 the obesubuno say obey first African just or no other obe control I don't think say to be any other person aside Ibrahim Mahamanum na
you cry what was it ade we ne duru ba bia ya na ehame no mo se the so called neutrals yi na duru bia na omo ho e ma ayi no mo se ye ma Ghana for no ankasa take over our mining sector nya sa na omo ka enti Ibrahim take ya say onye ebone bia adentire na wuntumi die oye mine na omo so ro de wotwa efen say wotwa nkrofo nyina su e wo wi ase adentia
Ohio state minister it belongs to the good people of Ghana so already the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, it does not belong to a certain family. What you see, the state minerals, no, it does not belong to a mineral, no, it does not belong to a certain family, but it belongs to the good people of Ghana, state mineral. And they say, oh yeah, by now we just state mineral now. You don't take it and give it to your family, and you will because you are holding it in trust and on behalf of what? The good people of Ghana. It is a Ghana for now. That is what the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana stipulates. It won't be mamefa. Now, there is nowhere in the provision of the 1992 Constitution which says that the state minerals belongs to the president's or family or relatives or family and friends. It says the good people of Ghana. So the good people of Ghana, they are. Adentina. So what the red voter man or they are. Sir, or why do you want to give it to Ibrahim Mahama alone? These are the questions
you don't have the might. You don't have the might.
Oh, so is he the only person or might? No?
Oh, you don't have the might. Yes, I want to be a you good. Now, just a Ghana for one child or no, I yet the Jumo. Want to be a you good Ghana and Tibida. Beppement, and I want to be you good with TV and people for crack heavy and obey you good in your loose. And then Ibrahim Mahama wakoto jetu and then a comedy in every Ghana want to be gold and then you'll be a gold or no one upon the Brian and Juma or your minor before 2016 and then a Juma or you on one gold TV so you're TV da and then Ibrahim Mahama akoto jet private jet so on one idea but I don't know the be a day CSOs because Ghana a commoner 12 free will be a water yate and then physically challenged for one and almost demonstration they cranky and TV and then physically challenged disabled for demonstration but president and I say Ibrahim Mahama akoto private jet and ono the Ghana di WONTUMI dia yen crucified sa ya kwaya de me ye be kwaya de benche ye de ye no see akase ebo no be 6 but men canful a year seahorse ultra cool coolant enfamao and ayumre na seahorse ultra cool coolant no we drop any here ubetumi akwa akopebi egu kam na seahorse ultra cool coolant no eboa eyi overheating free ho overheating a protector ye wo car no mano nwe na ache engine life no bibia eye kama iti kona kope eye seahorse ultra cool coolant ni bi egu okemu ubetumi afro mahoma trofo so number ye 0544 133 169 0544 133 169 and 0244 559 mebre no class Nkansah nche gas to betnase na bia makoda nana AJ Francis AJ ayubre be say Francis AJ call for youth organizer ewo Bosume Frehu constituency ho enche da ye to aba nana AJ AJ of WONTUMI TV call for youth organizer ti nana AJ FNA Francis Nanaje call for youth organizer na never who say Nanaje yet away Bosume Frehu omo echo youth to subri so arian so dumachi hima say tebeso besia say mintin swaibu number 2 swaibu number 1 yo enti edro hodoma Bosume Frehu for oya brantie kama the picture I get the shots the club tea a brand here papa I just all call for youth organizer na Makai Francis AJ and AJ no na matu Eddie Amano lawyer Gasto Yatna say be able to be asked by 2 minutes or 3 be at best
can't read registration as in fact MPP wo dwumadie bebre na target ni should be a communication team all regions your communication team. They said the America abuaje no moye no said the betima expose NDC and na betima me anya vote mo ba memra registration shall say free Professor Nurse Penso 2010 aban bia ba no aye registration aban bia ba no aye registration yes started our registration of some cards free Professor Nurse Penso somewhere
and no some cards and they NIA na nkomo attempt omo ebeye okay. And then one could see that. I don't be a some cards here, the Mombo about I'm so many registration. Some cards, so many registration. If you are bad president, a yabe binanado, just say, Omunina be a not real registration. But Kiki, on sending in a mono, and your registration na yo. Network na any humanity, and dear, yeah, my Argentina minister no, Sam George Nkansah network no. How the offer na network na gina na aye adwuma so wait my call nipa ni gina on house switch off there be a switch off on out of coverage area how the omo nhwe ana me ye mobile money network na be rotate sa enko ana me nsen how the dey nti no nhwe so obo so omo ye registration na nim say sikadie bi be koso so we are fast na say obma wa adwene koma enhwe the negative positive aspect na nko a hwe say sika sen na ye say no wo registration no ho ne ade e wo say udi ka busa say minister nso obeye sa ade na ka sen ne bebo na sika sen na Ghana be spend wo registration no eno ne ade e wo say busa ade na minister no one say sika na improve the network system before and later registration be ba aba. These are the questions I'm Ghana for. Eso mo bebusa because of emrenin. Yo, honorable, yeah, sorry na no Sam George. Stubborn boys, stubborn academy. I men register me there, men register me show on the first ni omo be yemi and the same person the oba catch say e call register.
Omo academy ye be ko university.
Yo.
And this academy for no etumi ama ye hunu say me hear the video we know say still on register na chere ko register ya bra na ye no say onye register
e kwan on be pass on be yire free so ana on be dum na
e say akeka bensem dwe ene ahomaso ene de na duro bi e de na duro
Ghana for so ne emfa na me pese
me nra me post you almost say no ma ne fly back almost say 54% of Ghanaians think sanitary pad no distribution is better than free
okay yo
me tell double
and I was the a hand tiny ahomaso Sam George year no my own for the last 8 years and MPP are buying power and I didn't do baby edri once he say obenya nko pese already Ghana for nyina behind him nanka ye tumi aboa na ma de oye no he's finding it difficult because of the oye say what ministers be o mo de o initiative say yiba o say obia e support because of their behavior but who posture any behavior and them away. Now, young guys are no more can walk up Boabo say, yeah, stubborn academy. Member of Parliament. Then he was a member of Parliament. And now, yes, I never win. And ne, what's he young register? And then the awards the Ghana for the register.
Saturday, no crowd, Mr. Kodia Kosia man. Yeah, said, be peace. I'm a peaceful woman. Now, then I'm no crowd. We are peaceful. A wobble.
Fidiachi abo ni sunko. A Janus ni sunko. And I'm an edru baby edru. Enti ye mu bi de ya adwene say adena ye no say data na ye kura no enye accurate. We have a way of sanitizing the situation.
Yeah.
And yes, yes, akodi lie so akoye registration foforo. We o say omo say ye ntua hwe. Wana ka che wo adomo say betumi aye no online na online no me register me network me from monte me credit. Na me credit na me say 5-6 kwa me ya me ntua hwe. Enti dia se no person mo ka che no. Ye ntumi ko spend this can ko ese adwuma no bi. Enti omra bi because me matie no he has not convinced me. No. Me who the enti a wa convince say me san ko
sa esle usukura be ma be kire sa ade no omo ya de boda.
Me say me fie ba bi a me tin keke eduru ba bi a internet no kwa wunya wo pese wo kwa WhatsApp kwa wutumi send message na di be de one nko e ho ana bo afum baako ayi TikTok video kwa de wo kwa abu
ade no improve network.
Enti enkrofo afọ mo ho di abra ya to data ye ntumi mfanye adwuma e we na eso no wo de ko gingam DSTV fo se wo betiti DSTV to asaba grante we kan okruma obo oduru ko so be close DSTV no
na broni ya obefa Russia fi wan kan tese broni obeche no obeye ni say na ekosi sai man ka metra kan tese we di wo mu firi wo ko
ya tse se mo fi no ya for me amu tu sabi o
do so hu ni se wo gina da kam na me cross examine wo e wo se mi body e wo se mi body
body say me tell no amo for the top father gas to class
Sam George yes no rabiem no nya convince me because DSTV for akode the cooking gown mo want to me no mo for so be papa mo Africa Ghana crowd me wa say Nigeria for the obutua no cheaper than that we wa abare na was tax no dey gu omo so and no more pass tax no on to we the consumers enti wa bo so pa you tax component free so na be perform o abai wetin yi enu bi sa one city your full as he say ayi for omugusu and maybe I do say
one city 95
next window no by me e mesia akosoro bi enti omo he no omo ntete tax no omo di free so na ye honto ye
better say lawyer Evans so say gonsu
abam papa
Bahama is the all right, be a damujina as say the Ansadia Bekono Gasto mixture, Mensoplax mixture, Prostaplax mixture, and there you rain Nature Medics Consult for Earth Nasi. Omoni Baby Dinko Bokakra. Right after that, the news update at 6. Since I dear Felix, Ewa Hado and you bring opening me Makwaba.
Yeah, Joe.
Now where dear
Nyankopa dom me hoye pa
Abjuma Mboko
o Nyankopa dom
ye da ya se yanko ye me
yo opanyi kese medawase ye pa edin kan medincha kese free Nature Medics aso e bro bibiara